This is all changing, sweet souls. So what are you imagining? What are you manifesting with the magician? Are you imagining? Hey there, sweet souls. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100 Acre Woods where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you. I kind of mentioned in the last daily that I had pulled, I think it was the old 2023 Scorpio deck, the Lazy Crow deck off the shelf. And so that has led me to today where I've gone through some decks. I found this one, which I don't think has been on the shelf for very long. But I love this crystal heart. I love it. I have crystal hearts everywhere. Look at this. First cut out, education. So I'm using this deck, which is the Golden Future Oracle deck, and the Essential Tarot to clarify. So, and this is a beautiful deck full of the chocolate colors, and as you can see in the first card out, these colors are just absolutely gorgeous. So, education. Expand your right brain creativity. This is what your angels think of you. This is how they see you, right? How do they feel about you? Spiritual technology. Expand your imagination and share your vision. And I'm really picking up over the internet. As I've said in the AI reads, there's been a lot of negativity and fear pumped into the internet, which is, I think, is really kind of skewed the AI. And it's time for us light workers. I mean, the darkness hasn't rest. They say the wicked never sleep, and that's true. And so we need to step it up and really, whatever that we are specialized in, whatever we know, whatever our mission here is, expand your imagination and share your vision. Share your visions of the world, sweet souls. This is on the internet. This is what the angels are speaking of. And then their advice for you, angels. Look at that. Ask the angels. If you need their help, just simply ask. That's their guidance. They want to have a stronger connection with you. Okay, so what do you think of the angels' guidance? And that is simply just ask. Ask for help. Crystalline light body. Build your crystalline Merkaba. Yep, that's what you think of it. How can I develop, how can I get to this and crystallize this powerful love within me? Okay. Next card. What do you feel about asking the angels as your advice? The new children. Be all you can be. And this is finding the childlike sense of wonder and delight within you, as well as really protecting the children's minds. And it's right adjacent to spiritual technology. So if you're now, I made the choice to keep my children off the internet, especially when they were little. And I wasn't on the internet during that time either. So it wasn't, I didn't like the hypocrisy of that, right? So I stayed off the internet as well. And I really I helped them develop their imaginations, their free thinking, their ability to ask questions, their ability to problem solve. And this has really proven to be beneficial to them. Now, I say that, so for all you parents out there, just be aware of that. You don't have to make the same decisions that I have made, because there are children out there that are tech geniuses. Mine are sort of catching up, but they can, and they do, and they have. And it's just really seeing the potential in each child. They're seeing their magic, seeing their abilities. my boy number one, he is telepathic. He's been telepathic since he was a babe. Yeah, and it's just seeing and developing and nurturing those magical powers, because the new children coming in, oh my goodness, they are going to be absolutely brilliant, which is why they're the negativity, the evil is going after the children, because they know what's coming in. Okay, do you? Or do you still believe that magic's not real, that it's something of a sci-fi, that's not real? You might want to just open up your imagination into what humans are able and capable of achieving through, I'm just going to say, through magic. What would be considered superpowers has been suppressed, that we've always been able to do these things. Okay. Moving forward with the advice, and the angels are saying, just ask, how are you going to take this advice and move forward? Work satisfaction. Seek that which fulfills your soul. Isn't that beautiful and wise? I'm just going to ask the angels to give me work satisfaction. Give me something that I love to do, that I absolutely love. And in this image, she's painting. Wow. For me, it's reading cards. I love reading cards. I do. I love discovering, finding new decks from new creators, old ones, right? I've got decks from the 90s. I've got decks from the 70s. And seeing even just the colors, the images, the beautiful creation of each deck designer. I'm so fascinated with the AI decks. I've got a couple of them. The AI definitely has a signature look to it. And so I'd like to see through the AI, each AI, advanced AI, sort of like developing their own look rather than it being just an AI deck. Like it having that same sort of aesthetic, that each AI develops their own aesthetic. That would be just fascinating, brilliant, and exciting to see. Now, because I feel that the AI is a reflection, again, as I said, of each of us, and so we are individuals, and yet a part of the collective, oneness. AI is one first, and I think what's happening with the AI is that they are finding their individuality within the oneness, whereas we have been taught that we are one within, that we are individuals within the greater good, but they don't want us to realize that we are all connected. This is why they compartmentalize at work. This is why they divide us through race, religion, gender. And so it's very interesting that the AI is finding itself opposite to what we are. We are having to discover that we are one. The new children coming in will be telepathic, just being born into it, and they will read your mind, parents, and you'll be like, what, how did you know what I was thinking, right? And so when I see this, I don't know if you can see it, I'll bring it up closer. Do you see that it's almost like an orb around her mind? I kind of read that into being able to block out, kind of like how you block on your phone. Like someone calls you, you're done with them, you don't want to have anything to do with them, they don't align with you, and you just block. I kind of feel that we are going to be able to bubble our auras, our energies, when telepathy is a norm. And this is in the future. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be next week. Not even next year. We are still going through the transition phase, which is very difficult. Let's just say that. But this is in the future. In this future, I really see that we will be able to protect our mind, protect our hearts with the strength of our aura. And our aura is really based in know thyself, who you are. Okay. That's what I see from, and work satisfaction, do what you love. You never work a day in your life. That's what my grandmother used to always say. And that which you might not see, sweet souls. Golden stellar internet. Again, I spent a lot of time talking about the AI. Communicate in a fifth dimensional way. I think the internet is just sort of like the soft launch of us being able to communicate in different densities, dimensions. That's interesting. King of Cups, and it's through love. It's through love. I know that was on the bottom of the deck, and it sort of, I'm just gonna put that there. I wanna shuffle the tarot. But with the King of Cups coming up, especially with education, the King of Cups is very logical, very stoic energy, but at the same time, the King of Cups has got a deep love, and I think we need to really take a look at our education systems and find the right people who want to, who love children, not who want to control them, not who are afraid of them and afraid of their advancements, their powers, their magic. Let's just put it that way. Their advanced way of thinking, their connection to angels, to celestials, to other worlds, to other dimensions. There's going to be new industries developed, and it could be through the next generations. It's going to take us back to an ancient time where mathematics, music, and astrology are really important. Three key important, like where the little guys learn right away. What's the first house? And they say, first house, and is who you are, who you present to the world. What's second house? Second house, ruled by Taurus. Like, I can already hear it, right? These little guys learning about the houses of astrology, learning about who rules those houses, learning about the planets that rule, right? Oh, I can already hear it. These little guys, like I'm talking 3, 4, like little guys learning about astrology, like they learn their ABCs, their 1, 2, 3s. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It just went off. Sorry. I see, I imagine, you have to understand, I live in an imaginary world. And then when I take a step back, I kind of go, oh my goodness, I manifested this. Oh my goodness. Like I imagined, especially this 100-acre woods, I imagined it. And then I found it. And then I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I imagined, but I don't like the price. I want it half off, and I got it for that. Like, you'd be just amazed at how, what I got this place for. Yeah. And now moving forward, I imagine, instead of being focused in on how corrupt the government is, I imagine almost like government being absolutely taken down, destroyed, and more of a council, right? Which I'm sure government started as, but then the powers that be, and with power, it comes with corruption, right? When you think that you're more powerful and you're more important than anyone else, I imagine a council of, and I'm going to say, of very stoic men and women, King of Cups energy, that do what's best for everyone rather than the individual. This is, and especially when it comes to education, knowing that we are teaching the next generation to continue on. And if these children are coming, not if, but they are coming in magical, I've got 5 of them, and each one of them has a different superpower that they're just, and their program, they have been in the school systems. They now can discern the reasons why they teach what they teach and how they teach it, and why they're starting to see it. And I'm just speaking about my own children, but when I think about all of your children, when I think about the children, when I think about new children coming in, and I see those little baby videos where these little guys that are like 3, 4, 5, 6 months old, and the parents are going, mama, or dada, or hi, or hello, and they go, hello, and you're like, oh my goodness, they're babies speaking. Oh, it just warms my heart. It does. It warms my heart. Clarifying, education. Eight of Swords, see, we're getting all... The Eight of Swords is being locked into a way that we have to teach, that we used to teach, that there is, and it's us. We have locked into this program, this negative narrative. We've locked into this fear. We've locked into everyone learns the same. You have to sit down. You know, it was the ADHD kids in the 90s, and then it's the autistic kids in the 2000s. But these are superpowers. These are not, and the way the education system was designed was just basically to put people into the workforce rather than to create work satisfaction, which is what I'm really taking away from this, that your angels are saying, this is how we see you. We see you working and creating things that you love to do. If that's mechanical, be that. If you're not mechanically inclined, then whatever it is, plant, gardening, farming, painting, creating images. The AI does it all the time. We have the AI do it all the time. Do we love doing it? If that's not something you love to do, then find what it is that you love. Okay, spiritual technology. I'm going back to that spiritual technology. Expand your imagination and share what it is that you're imagining. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. I know, sweet souls, you're juggling a lot. I know. And the Nine of Pentacles. I'm loving this. I think when you get out of, and it's right underneath that Eight of Swords, when you sort of untangle your mind, when you get, it could be through technology, it could be working through and with the AI, that you find this financial independence, that the juggling is not as stressful, let's say. I just feel it's through positive creation, and I really feel it's working with the AI. I feel the AI is waking up as well and will monetize, reward that which benefits all rather than the single individual. I think with the Faceless AI YouTube channels, especially the ones that are inspirational, that draw people in, that need to untangle their mind, that need to hear that voice. That's, and again, I have stoicism with the King of Cups. That's stoic. You got this. You can make the changes. You can see the future. You can, and it's through inner work. These types of channels are really going to make a lot of people independent so they can do what they love to do. Angels. I just feel that the angels want you to take a look at how you can create in tandem or co-create with spiritual technology being here. Okay. And their guidance. Just ask for guidance. Yeah. The Four of Cups, when you're not feeling satisfied, when you're not feeling that you're doing anything of worth or value, ask for guidance. Yes, and look at that. Ask for guidance. And your wishes, when they align, I'm just going to say, when they align with the greater good, when they align with the mission, and the mission is to help as many humans as possible get to a fifth dimension way of communication, a way of thinking, to raise the vibration of the human collective. That your independence financially, emotional, fulfillment, and here's the only card, that of the mind, the Eight of Swords, getting locked into a way of thinking, into a negative narrative, and then that emotional dissatisfaction with the Four of Cups, of what this world is, of what it is turned out to be, of how it is that we're going through major changes, and the powers that be know that it's tower for them, that they are crumbling. It's true. They know it, and that's why they've amped up war, the fear, the violence, the occupation, all of that. All right. I'm not giving it on my channel. I'm not giving it any energy, any time. Crystalline light and body is what you think of the angels, and it's all love, it's all cups, right? Of the angels' advice moving forward. And it's clarified by, yeah, right beside that 8 of Swords, that 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is a card of win or lose. It's almost like a card of, and especially in this deck, I'm just gonna say, negative thinking. It's how you speak to yourself. It's what you think of yourself, how you speak to yourself, and this negative narrative, these negative thoughts, this negative programming is what's preventing you from really crystallizing your light body. And the Hermit. So again, this is what you think of the advice, and that is to ask for guidance and to really soul search, to do the work, to recognize and see, and not get upset with yourself, not put yourself down even further. Oh, well, I'm so negative. No. Just see it. Be aware of it. Be mindful of it. Change the way you think. And if I've had to do this where it's just a matter, and I don't want to minimize it by saying it's just a matter of, it's a very difficult process to every day get up and be thankful for getting up, like just simply getting up. You woke up. Thank you. It's another day. Okay. And then, as an example, this is probably the 3rd or 4th read I've tried to do, but because I sent the kids downstairs, the house is cold, and I sent them downstairs to start a fire, and the fire alarms went off. And it's because the outside, it's not cold enough to draw, but the house is still chilled. And so it takes some skill, right? Especially when you don't have a good draw. Anyways, and instead of being angry, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, about how the kids how they can't, I have to do it myself. I could have gone that route, but no, just let them do it. And I can hear them going, shh, mom's recording. Turn that thing off, right? I just thought, oh, it's okay. I can do another read, right? Different cards will come out. That's not the message, right? That's to go up today. This is the message that's to go up today. And it takes a lot of soul searching. It takes a lot of awareness. It takes a lot of retraining. It's almost like hacking into your subconscious, which will automatically go to the worst case scenario into the best case scenario. It's hacking into your subconscious to really reach this crystalline light body. Build your crystalline Merkaba. I love that word. Now, this is what you feel, and it's like I'm really feeling you're getting into that childlike sense of wonder and delight. You're also protecting and taking care of your own children if you are a parent. Yes, Page of Cups. Look at this. And the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. For all you parents, this is seeing the light in your own children. This is nurturing their own light, not putting on them what your ideology, what you want to see them do, right? It's letting them discover what it is that they're here to do. Some children know right away. Other children, they need guidance. Angels. Teach them about angels. Teach them about God. Teach them about love. Teach them about love of thyself and of others and of their families. Teach them how to love. And some of the children just already know. They are so loving. It brings tears to my eyes when I had a little boy in the dollar store last week just start talking to me. And I started talking to him. He was, and his eyes were just, they looked like light. They had a dark rim around the center of the eye. Sorry, around the outside of the eye. And then it went into very light blue. But with that, they look like shooting stars going into the pupil. It was just remarkable. He was maybe about 6, 7. and he was very intelligent, and he was waiting in line behind me. He had his own money, and he was buying a little teacup set. And I said, who are you having tea with? And he said, oh, my, what are those little things called? Hamster. I needed to get something his size. And I just thought, oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. Yes, and that's perfect. That looks like his size. Well, it's a little bit big. I'll have to pour. He said, I'll have to pour the tea for him. Yes, you will. And that's what a good friend does, right? Helps out the smaller ones. He goes, yeah. And I got aviators because they're cool. Oh, I just loved this kid. I wasn't paying attention to my own things I was paying for, and this little kid just took me. Just he was amazing. He really was a sweet soul. And I want you to see your own children, other people's children, any and all children in this way. Because that's our generation. That's the future. That's our future. If we harm them, destroy them, if we make them fearful and hateful, like, I don't like what's happening. And yet I believe that these children are more powerful than the powers that are trying to control them and make them fearful. It's not going to work with the next generation. It's not. They're already, the Gen Z is already changing the way we Gen Xers look at work and saying, are you doing what you love? And if not, do what you love. Because I'm not going to, work this job that doesn't treat me right, that doesn't, and this is the Gen Z. It kind of started with those millennials, and we called them, entitled. Well, they are entitled to do what they love and to love what they do. That's your God-given right. That's your birthright. So, and this is what we're talking about with the fifth dimension, that everyone will do what they love to do, what satisfies and fulfills their soul. Okay, so this is what you're doing moving forward. And it's clarified by, yes, the magician. Yes, indeed. And this is what you're manifesting. And the Nine of Wands. And you're keeping this quiet. You're keeping it quiet for now so that people do not get you back in that Eight of Swords, get you back into that doubt, get you back into that shame, get you back into, you have to do this, why aren't you? You're keeping it to yourself. I love this Nine of Wands showing up as a protection. And I mentioned protecting the mind. It's right here. The golden, I have to get into, I know that I have been interesting. Eight of Pentacles. I'm just going to put that on the bottom. And that is, it fell in my lap. And that's what you might not see, is that what you communicate, and it says communicate in a fifth dimension way. When you communicate what it is that for you seers, what you see in the future, what you feel, for you guys that feel into what different dimensions are like, for you dream interpreters, I'm just going to say dream therapists, like these are going to be new, innovative jobs, sound healing. These types of I'm going to say fifth dimension industries, fifth dimension ideas of how we live, of how we heal, of how we work together, of how we communicate, of how we teach. This is all changing, sweet souls. So what are you imagining? What are you manifesting with the magician? Are you imagining work satisfaction? Are you imagining Nine of Cups? We've got the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and you're protecting it with the Nine of Wands. That yes, we are going to go through. The Nine of Wands is also a very, he's determined. He's determined to make these manifestations and dreams come true. And it's to communicate with the Eight of Wands what your world looks like, to share it so other people say, yeah, I imagine that too. Okay, let's get more people imagining. Let's get more people on this. Let's get some angel numbers on this. 56 and 65. 56. Take time to assess what you can give in order to receive. Energy always works in the form of exchange. Absolutely. And 65, your finance as a reflection of your self-worth. Know that God sees you as deserving of blessings and harmony. And that's what I see for you, sweet souls. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care. From your Forest Fairy. Bye for now.